Hey, yo, what up? Almost forgot I was supposed to be doing something here. Like, I'm on another fucking level with this music. I was just like traveling through space, loving it, man. We are hopefully stone in the zone. Couple of games left with Bethune Cookman. And then the conference tournament. I'm ready to let it rip. Let's see what we can do. I'm not ready to go all the way crazy and go right into uh, conference championship unless we feel like we got two games here to play and see how the vibe is. But ultimately, we still, whether we make the NCAA tournament or not, we got to sim, and we probably will want to watch the national championship at least, maybe Final Four. So, um, nonetheless, that gives me time to finish uploading, or not uploading, but editing names. This music's still very loud. Sorry. Um, like I started going through. I can show you if you want. So I've started going through each of the conferences and looking for like conference player of the year, and we'll do this each year. We'll make sure that whoever in real life was conference player of the year is named in here somewhere. Anybody that's an 80 or above will get named. A real player name, or anybody that has been in the pro that made it to the pros in real life, we'll make sure we at least put somebody on their team that has their name. They may not look exactly like them, but as we go on, as these players come out, it's still too loud. As these players come out of college and we export them to NBA 2K, they'll have names. So, like the players won't get drafted. What am I doing? The players may not get drafted to their real life team, and we won't, have line for line history, but we'll have real people's names floating around in our hypothetical hoops history here instead of you know fake user or computer generated names. So I did the Independence Conference, all the teams in there already, and the Southern, and I named more people than I probably needed to. But like I said, just trying to get down like some parts of real life. It's kind of like an alternate universe, not a completely different universe, just one that's like alternate reality, like same people, places, but different outcomes. Maybe I don't know, but so you can see this list is long. There's only two done. Some teams, like in the ACC, Big Ten, some teams are going to have more players that I need to create, rename. It's just renaming at this point. They have basically the right everything else. The height and the game is acknowledging that that's like a person who was on that team through their like hometowns and some of the listings there with their height and weight being pretty spot on. So it doesn't take me too long, but like I said, there are certain conferences where more players came out. But I mean, the other thing was the anybody that was drafted, making sure that their name is in the hat, and then some players that were the best on their team. At least trying to have one player that's the best on their team. So like when we do the when we finally do the NCAA tournament, some of the players that names come up, it'll be like, oh yeah, it was a real person. I don't know, a labor of love that I am wanting to do just to keep the names, like I said, that we export into NBA 2K8 making sense. So yeah, I may not stream quite as much. I might take a night or two that I normally would stream to do that. God, I'm just showing you all this shit. It seems like it could be dangerous later. Anyway, you want to watch some basketball? 3-24 Bethune-Cookman. Recruiting for in season has ended at this point, so kind of easier to hit the gas. We've already done the drills. And I actually added, this is something that might be worth noting for anybody who likes the recruiting side of this game, which I understand more and more why people like to simulate this game more than they actually like to play it. And why maybe Beetle the Pimp always coaches it instead of plays it. Because, I mean, it's just crazy frustrating. And I don't know if it's me. Like, I always wonder, like, if I'm just bad at it. But it's probably a combination of both. Sometimes it's less me being bad. Sometimes maybe more. I don't know. Nonetheless, let's show you what I was talking about recruiting wise. So I dug deep into some of my notes from when I was first starting playing this last playthrough. And the old save that had taken us from Bethune-Cookman into Florida International. But what am I saying? What I'm saying is one of the things that I had written down was to check for 3 and 4 star guys that don't have offers. And some guys might have had offers. I don't know if the game takes them back. Like if they have an offer out and one other guy accepts, like they change direction and say, okay, I mean, because there's obviously the option for me to remove scholarship offers. So nonetheless, he's got Oregon State only. Pretty big school, right? Oregon State, Pac-10 program. I feel like he may not get the call from him. And there's no one else on his list. So we should get on his list. And so that's what I'm doing. 7'2", 268, Santa Rosa, California. He's 34th ranked center in the country. And he might be fair game. Like if Oregon State doesn't offer, I mean, it's just as likely as him as it is some of these other guys like EF Corner, whatever that guy's name is that we got. So you'll see him on here now, 26% interest. I like our chances. Deke West still the hope here that he doesn't get an offer. He's all on board as of right now. 45th ranked center in the country, no slouch. Not quite as big. Maybe a little bit different style. Or our friend here can play defense pretty well. And then shooting isn't as big of a deal, but he's handles and passing and his strength. It's all pretty nice. This guy we don't really know. There might be a reason that he hasn't gotten an offer. There might be a reason there's only one school on there. I believe he probably had other offers. And then maybe something in the scouting scared him a little. But there was other people out there that ultimately came home and the scholarships weren't there for him. Like I said, 3-star. And the comparison I was making to EF Corner, like, is no different. Like, we're a little bit farther ahead than we were with the other guy, but there's no one else on his list. This list, we still have to worry about Holy Cross snagging him. If Bethune or Boston College or West Virginia at the top there don't ever come through with an offer. And then Quincy Ramsey. Found him as I just sorted through the list of all the 3-stars and 4-star people that didn't have scholarship offers. And I looked at Houston as a big program that may not offer him. They may have better options than a JUCO guy couldn't come in with, you know, as a junior already. And it's unfortunate that we have a shit ton of small forwards already, but I think this guy could play some power forward for us at times. We'll find a way to work him in. If not, you know, redshirting somebody. Always redshirt Cook or Phenomenal. Then O'Neal. So we'll see, right? What I took off for this was, I think I took off Big Baby Hot Plates Duhan, because no, we left Duhan on there. Good thinking. I worked it out with somebody that I took off that I just gave up on. It might have been those freshmen, those two freshmen that really had no chance of ever coming here, the California kids. And we can always add them next year. More immediate right now, honing in on these seniors and not giving up hope on the Euro guys. I actually was tempted to add a couple other ones that I saw out there. It's a German and there's a French, I think both shooting guards. So other things to go look at if it doesn't work out. And then Casalius, I mean, we're hanging tight there with West Virginia. They don't have an offer out. And West Virginia is sniffing around with all these other teams too. So we're the only other team. This one feels like it could happen. And then, like, I don't know if there's any pull with a fellow Lithuanian here. But I'm sure these guys have probably played in the junior ranks or, like, you know, international like under 18 league. But West Virginia again on there. And so, you know, they can't have them all. This one might end up going to Penn State or Vandy, and then that makes West Virginia come after this guy. There's all the possibilities that we get screwed completely, and I'm fully expecting it. I think we might roll next year with some walk-ons. Who knows? Like, the guys that we have coming back are all young enough. We're going to have a decent enough better team than we have this year because they'll all be 1 year better. The only guy we're losing that's going to, you know, really hurt us is our shooting guard, who doesn't always help us. And we've had walk-ons in the last playthrough that were like a 62 or 65, maybe even, which would be our instantly like best player. So Hendrick McGuire's another lifeline, last chance, last hope. If none of those schools end up throwing him an offer, we might be in the market for the Detroit boy. That Eastern Michigan, I can't imagine throwing away too many, you know, 3-star. They're not that huge of a program. Even Cincinnati, like a 3-star guy. Like, but he is a JUCO, and it seems like all these games put a little bit of a bias against JUCO. Like, they're easier to get. The computer isn't as hungry for them, I guess. But 6'2", 190 might be able to play some point. I don't really know because he's a junior college guy. We don't have a whole lot of data. Nonetheless, let's, I guess, get some basketball played. That's the update for you. We did a little change of rooskies. Just a little change of rooskies with these guys that haven't been given scholarship offers yet, and seeing if some kind of wild stuff happens. This dude would just be amazing if it happened that way, but we have no centers on the roster at all. And so, of course, anybody whose playing time is a huge factor in their decision. Like, Teak West's recruit priorities didn't even say. How's that possible? But nonetheless, he's ours as long as North Florida doesn't, you know, somehow interfere. And there's enough time between now and the end of the March Madness tournament that, you know, whatever SSU is that Savannah State? I don't know who that is. SSU. Whoever that is could still end up getting in their way. But yeah, all the recruiting's done for this time of the year until after we have crowned a national champion. So, you want music on, or do you want game audio on? We're gonna get this thing started here. And it looks like Winston-Salem State next up. one of the last two games that we'll get through tonight, and then depending on how that is, with how well behaved everybody is, and if we win one of these games, I'm ready. We'll jump in. It could be a quick one. Instead of me having to stream tomorrow some more conference championship game or whatever, it might be me editing names. So really, once I do that, like, I might drag my feet a little bit and play a few more Portland games, because like I simmed a little bit after the last stream, and our team is I like looked at it, and we're only 10 under 500 now, and it looked like we were like 3.5 or 4 out of the playoff spot. So um but what I was trying to say is that, like, once I have that rosters and everybody, the draft class, ready to export, um if we're not in playoff contention, like we're coming down the last home stretch of the season, like if we're obviously not going to win, then I'll just sim out, and we'll get to that second season real fast. And I think I've said a few times, like, man, if I could just get through 2 seasons of the hypothetical hoops history stuff before we rotate into spring sports, whether that's playing the show or doing more wrestling, doing whatever at that point, doing the NBA playoffs sim we're going to do on 2K22. What I should be able to get 3. Like, I'm making it a goal, and if nothing else, like, before I take the games out of the disc and we hook up the PlayStation 4 or whatever it is we move to next, I'll just push the button and let it rip. I don't think in the open legacy mode that we can get fired, so it kind of takes some of the drama out of things. But we weren't ever going to leave the school anyway either, so, let's just say that, I don't know, somehow I was a very wealthy person that was able to pay, like, the athletic boosters enough that, like, name the gym after me. I'm giving you the money. This program will always be funded, and everything will be top notch, first class, and bills paid, donation, grant, whatever it is, on like some kind of signed recurring basis. And you just gotta let me handpick the coach, and it's that's Coach Dick Dickey, or the GM of the Blazers, got that big Steve Ballmer money or whatever, whoever was the owner at the time. Rest in peace. I don't think he's here anymore. Paul something. Nonetheless, let that be the lore, that with the money that, Coach Dick Dickey of not a football fame, that's Dickie. This is Dickey, Dickey, and his son Ricky Dickey is the coach here. Coach Dickey being the GM for the Blazers. So, it's just, he's on retainer, right? Like, our coach is not getting paid. It's a voluntary thing. Let's say that. I don't know. And maybe that is why he can't get fired. But, the Blazers part of it, we haven't turned off. Owner can fire us. I don't know if it happens if you get to pick another team, or will someone sign me or hire me, because, like, I've at least trimmed. That was the other thing. Like, once I simmed and went on like a 2 or 3 game winning streak with Portland, they went profitable. It's like that easy. Like, all of a sudden we're profitable. And that's all my coach, old owner, keeps saying on there. So I don't know. I'm trying to justify why this makes sense. I'm trying to make this make sense to you as we immerse ourselves in it, because we're still pretty closely tied to reality at this point. These are real existing things in this moment, like, based on what happened in real life and what they projected 2007, 2008 season would look like. Well, next year there'll still be some lingering pieces to that, but I've got to find like the what I'm just gonna do is, I mean, like, the diaper dandies, as Dick Vitale would say, the young freshmen, new recruits and new studs, like for each year, I'll add them to their team. If they get drafted right away, okay. If they don't, like maybe that's where the history starts to change a little bit. On this game, I have made it kind of just a rule. Anybody that I edit and put their name on, if they've made it to the pros, even if it's G League, if they've made it to the pros or if they were drafted, their potential is a minimum 80 on here. And so if anybody sniffs the NBA or pro, hell, even if I see that they played, multiple years in different international leagues, I will give them a potential of minimum 80 so that they hopefully do end up getting in, because that's the thing I would hate, is that I actually go in there and name some of these guys and then create them like we're 8 or 10 years down the road. I'm doing that, and some of the people don't get drafted because like their player on here wasn't that great. Like, I don't want to get into tweaking, but at the end of the day, when you look at how many people come out of get into the NBA, like there's only a draft of like six, it's 2 rounds, 60 people. You get probably 100 rookie free agents that by the end of the season are cycled through, and there's 10 or 15, maybe 20 if we're starting to look at people that go international that I would, like I said, want to tip my hat to on here. And so, reading about this game and knowing that there is no other college hoops version right now, like I've read, and maybe people can tell me I'm wrong, I would love to talk to somebody that knows more about this, but the consensus seems to be that this game for simulating is probably better than like a more Madden or the EA March Madness 2010. Like, it's more of a actual like data grinder, and I see it. Like when my team plays a team that's better than me, it's like, hell no, your rating's not good, you should not win this game. But it does do enough to keep the madness, right? Like our NCAA March Sadness that we did, we had 2 9-ranked teams get through. It does still have a flair for the dramatic, like the matchups and stuff. I don't know. Like that's kind of what endeared me about it, was that people were saying, this game is one of those simulators more than a console video game like playthrough. And that makes more sense because the gameplay actually like experience is super maddening at times. The NBA 2K is fun to play. All of them start to screw you on the higher difficulty levels where it's just like, nah, you miss every shot, we make all the shots. The cheese is there strong, but I really want to see how it all comes together and try to get up to present, like within 2 or 3 years of doing this, right? Before we'll get to a point where the new college hoops game starts coming out, and we'll just hit the gas and just say, all right, here's a whole season, rip. Like, we'll see what kind of recruiting we got. Like, once it's a little more automatic here, a little more grooved, we've got like Coach Krzyzewski status where we've taken this team to maybe not Krzyzewski, that might be the best example. Probably more like Patino, like with what he's done at Iona and what he had done before that, like in his early career at Providence. And I hate to say that that's what we're aspiring to. Greasy fella. But in terms of what he's done and built, like there's been some programs, Shaka Smart with VCU, Brad, Celtics guy now from Butler. Wichita State. I mean Gonzaga, I guess. Yeah. Gonzaga had a little bit of a framework already. Like they've got, those years of John Stockton. That program is not just all of a sudden showing up, kind of like Florida Gulf Coast before that. Andy, whatever that guy's name is. Is he still at USC? Is that guy still the coach at USC? We gotta look that up. We're just chit chatting here. We're just relating. I don't know if there's anybody even watching, but I do apologize. I go on my tangents. All these fucking bots in my chat again. So 1 second. Let's see here. First of all, let's look up what year that was. Florida Gulf Coast Cinderella. NCAA tournament. In 2013. So we haven't even come up on that part of history yet. But like this program had come out of nowhere. Greg Marshall, Wichita State. I know the coach's name was Andy. Right? That's all I can remember. Alright, well. My Bible. This thing that I read in my sleep every night. Last night I was looking at draft classes from 2007 and 2008 and then 2009 who will be trying to pull through into the NBA eventually. They may get delayed getting there, but that's part of the hypothetical, right? Might be the hypothetical. Or maybe they leave early. Maybe Harden comes out of college like this season. Florida Gulf Coast University basketball. That's 2013. Andy Enfield. Who's on the game somewhere. Maybe. No, that might have been when I was creating the March Sadness rosters. He was on Florida Gulf Coast at this time, maybe. And I sent him to... I copied what his tendencies were for USC. I mean, this website, though, like, do I need to pay money to get all of these things to stop? Because I look at the site enough that I think I'm ready to do that. I'm ready to be an adult and do that. Because I can't handle this shit. It's slowing down my fucking computer, and I have like 48 gigabytes of RAM. How is it? I can't click. I can't click it. Click it or tick it. Fucking viruses did STDs on this computer. So at this point, like this says they're a non-major program. I don't know if they were like in the Atlantic Sun, but they weren't eligible for like tournament or what they're trying to say. But Dave Balza Stone, gets fired. So Enfield comes in immediately. They have the best year in history, and then holy shit, you know. And And then next year, solid year. Like I remember them being a bubble team. They thought that they might still get in, but like Joe Dooley, new manager, new coach, whatever. But then this program all of a sudden is like a perennial get to the big dance for a minute. 26-8, best winning percentage of a season ever, including Anfield's era. And since Michael Fly's been there, things have been a little bumpy during the COVID seasons here. 10-4 this year, though. It seems like, yeah, not that many games because the season's not over yet. And then 10-8 that year because there was a lot of reductions, canceled games, reduced schedule, non-conferences. So let me see, Joe Dooley, where you were at? He's at East Carolina now. Struggling. He had been at East Carolina before and took a pretty serious hiatus. Damn, I don't know if he went to the NBA or something, or if he was an assistant. What was he doing? But has some loyalty to ECU. And Andy Enfield, are you still at USC? That was the original question. Sure is. He had undefeated this year so far. 25-8 last year. Pretty solid. 26-10. I didn't realize he's been there that long, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of like shit or get off the pot though at this point with some tournament success. He's had some great players, people that are in the NBA now, like Mobley. That's Garland. Was he from Southern Cal? I don't know. Made that up. Anywho. But that, I mean, that's a great example of how he comes there, his first season, the most wins they've had. And then the next year, 26-11, and a major run in the NCAA tournament. And like that program goes to, big dance a couple more times after that, and it starts to become like the culture. That's what they believe. That's what their expectation is every year. So we're not that yet. Yet. No one voiced an opinion for or against the music, so I'm gonna play the game without the noises. And we'll just jam out because it's fucking New Year's Eve. I don't even have a drink in my hand. Some lotion in my hand. No, I don't want that. Drink of water. I've got alcohol downstairs, but I just don't want to get tired. I drink a little bit, I'll get sleepy. I'm gonna play this game, we'll be fucking laser focus here. Laser focus. Can pump up the hype up jams here. Finish strong, man. The whole season. We played through this last playthrough with Bethune-Cookman. We won like 25 games one year. We won 26 games one year. Something like that. And we lost in the conference tournament. None of it mattered at that point. And so nothing matters up till this point with this season. We get some wins here, maybe not be the worst rate, the worst seed in the tournament to avoid having to play Howard or whoever it was that beat our asses. And cheers you. I'm about to chongs you. I'm gonna bring you some pretty sweet tunes here into the year, trying to play through all the albums I haven't seen and discovered some new ones, and Never heard this band before, I don't think, and they're fucking heavy groove, baby. This is You Do Right. If you see that in the chat there, song title. Tear it up, dude. Tear it up. Set a prediction here. If anybody wants to do a bet on us versus Winston-Salem, I'll give us some points. We've been getting beat so bad. I'll give us some points. Winston-Salem State, not a bad team. They were not in the MEAC conference more than 1 year, I don't think. 2. Let's finish the Chong's portion of the equation here. We will play some basketball finally. I hope everybody that's watching this live or some other time that have a good new year. End the year strong on a happy note. Make this next year one of the best, if not the best. Make the plans for it. Do something. Like, I'm to that point in my life where every New Year's I'm just like trying to plan something I haven't done yet, and so I can do it. And this year we're going to Key West. I've been there before. That's fun, but like there's a lot of stuff I haven't done there. Like take like an airboat ride or on our way down, like when we're in more mainland Florida. And we're going to take my daughter to the Dolphin Research Center, and like my wife said, she's not really interested in doing it, but one adult has to, so it's like one of us has to pay for it. Like, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll, just pay for all of it and go with my daughter, of course, and that would be something I've never done. I've pet a dolphin. I've seen them at SeaWorld, and one time in Charleston, South Carolina, I saw like pink harbor dolphins when I was hanging out with a friend one year, Charleston Film Festival, and but never this, right? Something I never done. Plus, I never done it with my daughter. Never seen her experience like kind of a life dream to go swimming with these animals. And god damn it, my lighter stopped. So delay this Chongin part for one more moment. We will play Winston-Salem. Last night, games weren't going too bad. We were staying close. Everything felt like we had a chance, even down the last few seconds on the games we lost by 10. It was like we were fighting, getting back into it before one big bucket kind of like pushed us over the edge, and then like in the last minute and a half they would tack on a couple more. changed my mind about game audio. It's like, especially once the game starts to get in the tight spot, like when it's, the pressure's on and the crowd's going crazy and fucking bands playing. Like, we need that. We can't just cut that out of the equation. So 1 second to turn on. Hopefully it doesn't come on screaming loud. Kinda. Righty, here we go. We'll get our unis. We're gonna wear the whiteys. I like the white ones the best. These are my favorite. Do they have any options? That is it. Alright, watch this screaming. Nine and 6, Winston-Salem State Rams coming to town. More Jim. Thune Wildcats desperate for some wins here. The season has been quite the desert for wins. See Jimmy Hudson, senior, playing in one of his last games. His career here. Reached to a 69 overall rating. He's developed a bit. And 69. Darmetris Doss, the shooting guard, number 3 for Winston-Salem. Be one to watch in this matchup. Too fucking loud. Winston-Salem controls the tip to start.
Stay with him, stay with him. 81 set. Spread it out.
I think I finally figured out the computer's crazy ass switching scheme there.
Swing it back out, swing it back out. Spread it out.
I don't think we're in a zone.
Rotate, pick him up, pick him up.
Oh my god.
Darmetris Doss.
The computer doesn't even know their switching scheme. They just fucking let one go right through the...
Feed it, feed it. Watch the blocks, watch the blocks. Ball. Down low baseline, I'm open. Play the ball.
Wide open in the corner, SD. Holmes with the rebound. It can't get the putback. God damn it. There we go. You know how it goes. That's how it always starts, is somebody's missing a shot
Pressure him up, let's go.
that they shouldn't.
Close out. 82, same side. Ball. Switch, baby, switch.
E from SD. Redemption maybe. And then there's Hudson from long range. He's got that 3 under his name. We've been trying to make him a 3-and-D guy. See if old Dicky can use him at the next level with Portland.
Lock him up. By yourself.
Defense, let's go. A wild pass to Hudson, but they're another off to a fast start. Let's see if Jimmy Hudson can blow up. Be a nice time for him to take over and maybe get hot for the conference playoffs.
Howard Harris.
Because him and Bills, when they're hitting 3-pointers, not even like, out of control, like just hitting 2 or 3 a game if they shoot 5. Like, that's a dangerous weapon. We just don't feel confident and we don't really try to use them much. Cook misses the little gimme there. Defense
Demetrius Doss.
not enough to keep Doss off making that one.
By yourself, by yourself.
Jimmy Hudson.
Oh, cheap foul on Bills. That's right, baby. 5-on-7.
Spread it out. Switch up. Right side open.
Defense is just coming together all of a sudden. Last few games has been much better. Still room for improvement. It always is, but
Ball. Put pressure on.
team's getting out and running a good bit here.
Spread it out. Left wing. Shot up.
Demetrius Doss.
Doss was 7 already. He's wide open.
Stay with him. He open. Ball. Get him. Get him. 86, duck in. Ball coming off. Get that
Nice
ball.
rebound by Hudson.
Baseline.
Kick it back out here.
By yourself. Swing it back out.
Dangerous pass, but settle down here. Cook's able to kick it back out as they reset. Hudson fighting inside there. Not really his thing.
Ball. Check outside.
Runs himself into traffic.
Ball.
Good play by Winston-Salem there.
Doss.
Defense bit on it.
Pick him up. Guard him. Back out, baby, back out. 2-4 go. What you gonna do?
Holmes with a nice one-hander.
I got ball. Rotate, pick him up. By yourself.
Damn, SD falling down.
Key Murray.
Oh shit! What is this? FG Streams had killed. How are you? What is up, Raiders? How are you doing? Miss Q, I hope you were doing very well and had a good holiday. Everybody, it's Happy New Year at this point. And we're wrapping up this season. It's been, I don't know if you've seen any of this or if you're here for the first time, but we're playing College Hoops 2K8. It's, the last year they made it, 2K8 made a college basketball game. So we've been doing an NBA 2K8 as well so that we can export and let our, college guys go on and kind of reshape history. But we have been playing a lot of the games trying to help our guys kind of get a jump start, and we've been getting crushed. Like the new studio setup. Thank you. I've used this light behind me, and it kind of messes with it when I go in and out. So sometimes I didn't use it that often, but my light situation I got a little better, safer too. The light I had was broken. The freaking light bulb was flickering at times, but we're up in here trying to play some basketball, and it's our first game of the night playing Winston-Salem State. We are 2 games left in the regular season, and then we've got the playoffs or conference tournament that we may play depending on how it goes. If I win both these games, I'll definitely play the tournament. If I win one, I'm most likely going to try to play our tournament. At the most, it's 4 games, and I've got half the day off tomorrow, so I can screw around, fall asleep during the ball drop and all that. But how are we doing, FG? What is up? Let me shout out. See what you've been up to this evening. I was watching some football games. Came straight into the streaming. Wanted to play some basketball. Fortnite, hell yeah, shoot 'em up. How was that tonight? The lobby's being friendly, I hope. But Yeah, we've been trying to just, I mean, I don't know. I always question if it's myself that I just not that good at this game, or if I'm doing something that I I've started wondering if it's playing with the monitor. I use my computer monitor instead of a TV, and I'm wondering if they're like these old monitors have some like a delay, if there's a delay going through like the HDMI, and it is kind of a longer HDMI too, so I don't know if that's part of it, that I'm just like a step behind constantly, or the fact our team is like a 60 rated and we just have to build something from square one. Holiday was nice, didn't get that much presents, but I'm expecting to get a few. Nice. Yeah, I hope so. And I mean, it's not always about gifts, but you like to feel wanted around the holidays, so hopefully you get what you asked for still. Very chill, won 8 games, nice. You may not believe, but Q's on the team. Q's playing Fortnite too. Oh my goodness. Mostly because of you. Are you the ringer too? Are you playing it and also like the badass leader, winning all the kills? Zulu said it was ice scenery game. Go fish. Nice. Nice. Well, I definitely appreciate y'all coming in. It's always good seeing you. Always good having you in here. And we're just playing the hoops, man. It's uh, until college basketball season kind of wraps up. Like I usually play this until baseball season or something takes me a different direction, and I always forget about playing out of the park baseball. It's always one I used to like to do around spring, but I'm trying to cram in at least 2 more seasons so we get through 3 seasons this year, and then you know how it is with recruiting and stuff. Hopefully, all these things start to like smooth themselves out, and we can try it. But I mean, we're always going to struggle to get recruits playing in a smaller conference, playing in a smaller program, playing in historically black college too. Like I don't know if that factors into the game. It definitely seems to. Like when you see some other recruits, all the teams that they're looking at are, and then there's people that there's not. It doesn't seem like as many people that have them high on their list. So it's just a smaller conference. The MEAC kind of like uh had some instability with the teams coming in and out of it too. First time ever, nice to play Fortnite. Playing that surprise for my pimp gang, hell yeah. Pimp gang. You guys out there terrorizing them on Fortnite, I love it. Great surprise. How's the fam doing? Everybody's doing pretty good. My daughter, since she's gone back to school this year, has just been sick pretty much nonstop. And so she was sick over the holidays, unfortunately, and didn't make sense to really travel and try to take her around some of my younger nieces and nephews and her cousins, and kind of damp things like for her birthday too. But we're going to make up for it. She's going to have probably a better party now. She's, instead of roller skating, she's going to go bowling now, and everybody's going to have pizza instead of subs. I don't know if people like that more or not, but yeah, that's about the exciting thing. We got floors. My life is completely turned upside down because of floors being replaced, and that's been fun trying to work with that. But that's about all the excitement. But pizza better, yeah. It's like Jersey Mike's. My daughter really likes turkey sandwiches from there, but I like pizza. And this place they can buy beer too, so the parents can have a little fun. Other place you can. Here, look at this. You guys might be my lucky charm in here coming in. Oh my. It's a wild throw. Jersey Mike's, yeah, my daughter, for some reason, she doesn't like it. Doesn't seem like, but she like mayonnaise, turkey subs, and like shredded lettuce. That was like her thing. And then she stopped liking the shredded lettuce, and then she didn't really like the turkey. And she was just eating bread and mayonnaise Like, I ate mayonnaise sandwiches a couple times as a kid. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But, well, that's a wild pass. Gets rejected. And she's just kind of a picky eater. She's starting to, like, trust us more when we say, you'll like it, eat this. Like, she had some cauliflower wings. It's like, I like cauliflower wings more than actual chicken wings when they're made well, but I'll always eat chicken wings if they're available. She tried them, and she's loved them. Wow, 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 wow. That ball just laid on the rim. And then, of course, no one sat up there that long, but no one was there for it when it came off. Some of the same mistakes we've made all season that have cost us victories. I've had Coach Ricky Dickey pounding his head. There you go. Force that one up. Blasphemous, but I prefer Subway. I mean, I feel like they're both in my head about the same. There's a chicken Philly that Jersey Mike's makes that Subway I don't think can compare with that one sandwich. That's the only reason I would go to one over the other. Sucker for a chicken Philly. Sloppy as shit too. It's like, couldn't imagine eating it if you're actually like on lunch from a job. Like sit in your car with your shirt off. Go to the car wash, be like, yeah, I'm just actually washing myself down. Subway has softer bread, yeah. I haven't ate at Subway much. There's not really one close by since they've done the refresh. I gotta get in there and get me a Sammy. I think Wawa has amazing food. I've been, like, where have I been to Wawa? In Pennsylvania, probably. And, what did we get? They were making sandwiches there, like some, they'll toast a sub too, right? I won't talk shit on their food. What other places that I've had subs at, like, I mean, Jimmy John's, I used to go there. I'm not a huge fan of Jimmy John's anymore. I'm not even sure how that one, well, actually, where I used to work, it went out of business. Chicken finger sandwich with cheddar and bacon, hell yeah. Any place that's making that, even if it's not the best, but that combination of chicken fingers and bacon, and I mean, it's hard to mess that up unless, you know what I mean? Putting that together with a little bit of love. Start adding a little bit of love, you know, some extra attention to it. Now it's, boys are making me hungry. Sorry about that. Yeah. I had here's a funny story, I guess. So earlier my wife got me some soup, and it was like butternut squash soup, and they came with a big chunk of bread, and I was dipping the bread in it, and I must have picked some up and it dripped and I didn't know it. So when I took a shower and I was taking my pants off, I saw that on the leg, like on the inside of the leg, and I had a hard like minute thinking, how would I have, like, did I shit? Like, is this my shit? Whose shit is this? Is like this feces on my pant leg? And I looked at it and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's butternut squash. And I tasted it to make sure. But it was like a hard minute or two of looking at it like, how? If I had shit myself, I think I would have known. And let alone get it outside my pants, down my leg. Like, what? Like, I mean, I think I think I'm going to be a real fun, senile old person is what I think. Fucking, can't wait. Can't wait. My sympathy to my family that has, I'm going to have to try to struggle through it. Yeah, that was pretty wild. I'm a little sleep deprived. I was up late last night, and I'm up late now, but um, I didn't get a chance to take my nap during the day like I like to. I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm hallucinating. Seen a dude today at the store, his whole crotch area in front and back was wet. Damn. That's bad. I mean, I've also been very, very close to being that guy. One time, oh yeah, I mean, you want to hear another stupid story? There was a year we went to see fireworks at my friend's, like, they lived downtown, and they had an apartment, so I could go on the third floor of their, like, parking deck. Everybody was having, like, picnics and shit, and there was music. People were doing all the things. It's like a pretty big parking, like, apartment, like, so the upper deck's like huge area. People are throwing footballs, all that. Well, being up there, I didn't really know where I was at, like how to get down to his apartment. And he had like a hotel key or something for his apartment, and it didn't work. I'm like, dude, I gotta go to the bathroom. Like, that's why I went down here. And then now I'm like, okay, I'm in this big apartment complex. I don't know where to go. I'm trying to get outside to just piss behind a bush. Like, I'm running. I am like sprinting down the hallways. And I get outside and I go out and it's like fence. And now I can't get back in either. And now I can't get back up to the parking deck where they are. And they have no idea where I'm at. And I'm like just looking for a place to piss. And I'm like, I crawl like down under a car and unzip my pants because there's people all over. It's like big deal. Like the fireworks are going on. There's people everywhere like walking downtown to get a better view. And so I'm like literally like in a plank position under a car with my other hand holding my junk trying to pee, not, and then I stand up and it's like I just have piss all over me, and I'm like I might as well just peed myself, like, and then people are also looking at me like, what the hell were you doing down there? Like, why did you just stand up? And like that was the whole thing. Like I just had to walk around for uh my wife loves that story. I'm like, dude, what do you want me to do? Like, I've gotten in trouble like once for peeing in public. Like the cop tried so hard to screw me over, and the judge is like, I'm gonna plead it down to you know, disorderly conduct, and you pay like a $20 fine. And so, but I was trying. I mean, trying to be a good citizen. There was kids around and shit. Like, I'm not trying to get like a sex offender charge or something too, because that, I mean, that ain't good at all. That ain't good at all. And so yeah, and just walk around like for the rest of the fucking like 2 hours of the fireworks. But yeah, I mean, you know, if you see a person with that situation, I guess you can also have some fun thinking like, what's the story? Like, what happened? Was he drinking a lot? Is he like, you know, blasted out of his mind? Dude, I cannot even focus long enough to get this lineup changed here. Pardon me. Enjoy chatting with y'all, getting caught up in it here. We've got, I mean, our dudes here are just sleepy. They got sleepy on us. They all got sleepy at the wrong time, so kind of having to do some slightly unusual substitution patterns. I'm not so confident about, but
Substitution on the court.
down 3 here. See if we can get a win. Get a foul. Tight spot, yo. What's going on, bud? Okay, boys, need to hop off. Have some few errands to run. All right, kid. Always good to see you. Appreciate you hanging out. Hopefully see you again soon. If not, see you in somebody's chat. To try and like get some time tomorrow. I don't have to do work in the second part of the day. I'm going to be hanging low. I'm not going anywhere. Just kind of paranoid about hanging out. So probably be sitting around editing rosters, maybe streaming streaming basketball. I really am trying to get through these seasons, at least get to the second season and get some recruits in here, see how that pans out. And then my college football NCAA 14 dynasty. After 5 years, we've got ourselves in a spot to possibly get to the Natty. I'm going to play that out probably New Year's Day or the day after, as it's the time of year to do so, I guess. God damn, why are we missing easy shots? Try to get a tie, and then they come back and throw that slop at us. It's good to see you, my pal. Told everyone how much that you are the reason I hang in streams. Hey, I mean, you fit in wherever you want. You make friends easy. But yeah, there was a time there when we were all kind of like exploring the game together, and I mean, it's still fun to go in people's streams and watch, like Revamp now and all that. The game's a little more evolved than the old crusty version I got. Oh man, hell. Why are you trying to tip that? But yeah, this community's better for you being here. We still need to grind a season of marbles together again too, though. Just one. It's one season we go after. I've been casually playing some marbles lately. I still check in on people's streams that stream it, but I haven't had the energy to try to grind it yet. One more season, try to get top 100 again. Oh my lord, every time they're stealing it. I was just trying to like hand it off basically. The crowd with the "it's all your fault" chant. That's lovely. I'm surprised there's any fans here. Had quite a lengthy losing streak. Lineup wasn't doing terrible. Get Hudson back in there. Actually, let's do this. Alright, still in this thing. 4 points, 6 minutes and change to go. And I would love to get this win with people here to see it. All the games and all the suffering. Like, we simmed a good deal of them. When we played most of the non-conference and lost a couple by just, like, we've lost 4 or 5 games within the last possession of the game. Either we had a chance to tie or win, or they did tie or win. And it's, you know, you start looking at it, if I did a better job, or if our coach Ricky Dickey did a better job, it could easily be a 5 or 6 game swing in our record. Which, I mean, getting double-digit wins would be cool. I don't think that's going to happen this year because we can't get the ball. The guy blocks it and no one can find it. Pick the damn thing up. So they get second chance points galore on this. We don't have enough rebounding. You know, there's all these problems that are pretty easy, but we still should have had some wins, and those are the ones that haunt me. Games that could have been won, and then pissed away for one way or another. Good Lord. Every time. Everybody getting blocked.
Ball, ball, ball.
And this has been how it goes. Like, we're down 10. Just like that. Every game's pretty much the same formula. We start missing some easy buckets. We start giving them second chance points. Our defense gives up some easy ones. And then our offense just, at some point, disappears. And that's where we're at now, where these disappearing offense. There's Hudson. He's been the hot man early, and we went away from him. Need to change that.
By yourself, by yourself. Swing it back out, swing it back out. Get on him.
It's just like nobody's there. I mean, I don't know. Like I was talking about monitor delay or something. Like that'll do one thing. My team, just nobody coming to help on the defense, and the ball going right down the middle of the lane. I think that's a defensive awareness thing. I don't know. Like the game's just really keying in on the fact that my team's offense and defense awareness statistics or characteristics are low. Is just maybe playing a bigger factor. I'm not that good at this game either, but it's like on NBA 2K, the same difficulty level, next to highest level, All-Star or whatever. We win games, and I'm probably close to changing the difficulty on there because it bothers me that I'm not playing the highest difficulty, but it seems like we shouldn't be winning as much as maybe we are. So our team is not rated that high. Trying to not be too OP. Aldrich Bills gets us a couple. Down by 7. There's tons of time for this to get turned around, but the case has typically been tons of time for us to get stomped the fuck out.
5-on-2. I got ball, I got ball. Ball, ball, ball.
That is not my favorite way to spend long, late hours alone, getting just beat down playing this game. Like, of all the games I've played, I don't think I've ever had a record this bad. I don't think I've ever had so many losses on any sports game, franchise type. It doesn't even have to be franchise, just a season where I've played a large chunk of the games, that it's been this dreadful.
Put pressure on him.
We might,
Yo, left,
no, we can't lose 30 games.
shot, shot, shot.
Key Murray.
Maybe. Maybe. No, I'm very scared of that. We can only lose one game in the conference tournament, so I don't think we can get it to 30. Bring a tear to my eye. In all my years, in all the years of this illustrious video game sports executiveship, all right, let's work with that for now.
Substitution on the court.
Down by 12. We just got to keep this thing from running away. FG, if you're here still, bud, definitely appreciate that follow, man. Anybody that was here before that hasn't checked them out, definitely worth doing. Does some sports stuff and obviously some Fortnite, some Pokemon I think I saw once before, and good people, good folks. I told FG when we started chatting as friends that anybody that Q considers a friend is somebody that I'm always interested in getting to know as well, and
Get on him. I'm open.
because that's kind of how the internet and life works.
Pick him up.
Somebody you know is a friend of somebody you know, and you think, well, maybe they should be a friend I know as well. Q goes back to an old friend of mine, Soundbeam. Right? unfortunately don't get to watch as much. I don't know if he streams as much, but he's a DJ. He'll still stream on Saturday nights, but he used to do tilting with marbles, and the marbles on stream stuff I used to watch and hang out in his stream, and then I started watching him doing the DJ stuff. And then oddly enough, the long distance relationship that he has with a girl lives and works at the company that I used to. Like, I actually had like seen her and walk by her desk, like, because she works really close to my wife does. And I'm like, crazy, just the circumstances, how that all circle worked around, and probably a good chance that he'll come here to visit her and get a beer or something. And I used to do marbles and tilting and had a hell of a time with it. It's just one of those games like marbles on stream. Like, if you don't do it every day, like, you fall a day or two behind, it's like it's hard to catch back up. Everybody else is just grinding so hard, and then it's like if you don't have the opportunity to play it, you're like, man, what's why do half-ass, kind of get all in or all out.
Substitution on the court. Substitution on the court.
Nonetheless, appreciate y'all hanging out, and hopefully seeing this win. But I mean, we're down 14. Every game has gone basically the same. We look all right. Everything seems to be decent, but then breakdowns, defense gives up some buckets. We miss shots, and then like, it doesn't seem to take long, but something flips. We'll get down by double digits, and then like this dude's got 20 points, man. It just gets away. It's just like a boat that goes out to shore, man. You got a chance to pull it back in, but once Tide gets it, and they're just missing these shots. I don't have anybody else trying to get, a look at the basket. Defense, really the only thing that's kind of holding us together. Lodrick, big brick. Then the ball goes right through my guy trying to steal it. You can always kind of, I mean, you just sense it. It's coming. Like, the game starts to give you warning signs, like you're about to get whooped. Like, lube up. Lube up. Here it comes. And it has come, and it has roughed us up. 66% from field goal range for Winston-Salem. You have to think that 5 of 7 from three-point shooting will not continue quite at that clip. But Doss has gone off. 20 points. He has outscored our entire team, I think. And that's how he's gotten them. Just with a red carpet welcoming him. Please, take our baskets. Take these hoopers from us. Put your balls in our hole. Easy. I mean, these are just like layup drill kind of quality shots. And so, if we're going to have any chance of winning, we gotta change everything, I feel like. Their lead is still marginal. Are you guys fucking trolling me, dude? Their lead is still marginal? It's like 17 or something. Upping our tempo? Okay. Never heard him say that. Number 3 is killing us. Switch defenders. That's pretty astute observation. As much as we're going after the boards, we could stand to hit them harder. No, our lineup is solid. No, we're not changing the rotation. 32 is not very good from long range, playing loose. Can't keep banging them down low. Well, I don't like banging them up high. Doss, dude. I mean, Hudson's our best defender, though, so just play him tight, please, I guess. I mean, it would be really hard to coach somebody who's getting scored on, you know, by LeBron or Kobe or Jordan every night. Like, I mean, like, what are you going to do? This guy at this point is not that. Demetrius Doss is not Jordan or Kobe or any of these people, but he is blowing us up. And then Harris here's a 72. We've been lucky he hasn't really caught fire himself, but Hudson's our best defender. Unless we bring in, I don't know if that, yeah, that guy's the backup point guard, whatever his name is, I can't remember. I don't want to change the rotation for offensive purposes. We're struggling enough. Turn up the tempo. Whoa, maybe not that high, but pressure up. Crash the boards, they said. Let's go. Alright. Alrighty. Second half, here we go. 16 points, damn. Leads marginal, they said. And they get the ball at half to start it. Like, come on. Leads marginal, they say. It's marginal. One of their guys basically has the same scoring as our whole team combined. We're down 16. The defensive adjustments have been made. Let's see. We probably should have made them sooner. We're still freaking shots, dude. We're still missing these simple... Like, if I was throwing up a bunch of threes and they weren't going in, I mean, it's okay, yeah. Plus, my team's not a great three-point shooting team, so I probably wouldn't do that. I don't do that. But this, like, missing layups, my guys, the two power forwards I use, that's the only shooting, like, skill that they have that's, like, not below average. Yikes. 19-point lead here just hurts. Hurts bad. Come on, get the ball back out, please. Nobody's moving. No one's doing shit. I just had to throw it up. Shot clock starting to tick. That's with tight defensive setting there. Tight defense from Ellis or Bills. Just stood there, dude. And he hit another one on us. That's a block. There's no foul there. I don't, did he even get off the ground? Just like whack-a-mole him. And then the fast, flashy pass right through us, dude. We're getting crushed. 23. Hudson's not a pull-up shooter like that. And they get the rebound, of course, and now they'll hit this one. No. Surprised I didn't get a basket interference. Everything going against us. If he missed that one too, I would just probably sim light the rest. I mean, at this point, the ass whipping has been fully administered.
Defensive foul. That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, you know, we're not that far off rating wise compared to them. And yet they come in here and act like they're like a whole other class above us. We were playing like teams like Iowa State and some of the big programs closer than we've been against conference teams. That's what I can't understand. And one, all right. I actually even want to shoot that one.
First team foul.
Didn't actually want to shoot that one. 36% from the field today. It's just been sorry for everybody involved this far. Maybe a little time to turn it around still. Converts the and one. 18 points with this amount of time is not mathematically
Defensive foul. That's his first
eliminated,
personal
but
foul.
we're
Second
pretty
team
close. Let's say if we're down this much, by the time we get under 10, it's pretty
foul.
gone.
2. Substitution on the court.
Misses the first. Maybe we need to start fouling them more. Bring in all these guys off the bench and just let them whack-a-mole. Hack-a-shack. Everybody just going home with bruised forearms. Hudson lets it rip quick. He's got a little bit left in the tank here. 60% from three. He's got 3 of 5.
Demetrius Dawes.
28 points, dude. Just, we were starting to look like we might be able to get back in it, and then that guy splashes it from way out to remind us that ain't your day, boy.
Substitution on the court.
Right, just try to push through here. Chip away at this thing again. That three-pointer, just, I felt like we were getting some progress, and then all of it taken away. Holmes is not respected as a three-point shooter, as you can see. Playing off him. Hudson. Oh, you son of a bitch. Get out of there. You're done. No more tries. Ben gonna get to the line. There we go.
That's his first personal foul.
Just
Second
running out of time quick.
shooting 2.
Like to be under 15 within the clock getting under 10. That's even possible. They're all bad at free throws. I'm bad at them. This is them both, but Anderson, that really is a lifeline, resuscitation to our hopes for this game, keeping us. If they had gotten it and came down here and scored, I mean, it's pretty much, it might already be done, but that would really, I think, make it feel official. Let's see, can we cut into it a little more? Somebody get open. I'm gonna run an offensive thing here. In the corner, can he hit? Damn it. That is just the shots we can never get. If we hit that there, we go down by 14, it's like, okay, maybe we can. He had a good look in his favorite spot in the corner. He's got the 3-point thing underneath his name. Like, I can live up to it.
Turnover. Substitution on the court.
Anybody? Nobody guarding Holmes over there because they know. They know. Why do you keep going over there then? Wow, Finn just kind of shimmied his way ahead and threw it up at the hoop.
Angelo Lynch.
Like, how in the world are they just on fire like this? The way that they're shooting is inhuman.
O'Neal.
And then how do I not steal that? Everybody knows it's coming. I'm right there. Frustrates the hell out of me trying to play good defense, and it's just impossible at times. I don't know how to do it. Both. Force that one ahead. Lucky. Do that again and it'll get stolen. The game letting me have a little bit of a leash here. Feel like I'm still alive. I'm still free. You know, I'm definitely hemmed up. Turnover. I don't know if I should have just taken the shot. I mean,
Substitution on the court.
Hudson's not too bad at that jumper from that. Seems like it always steps on the line, makes those long twos, but just want a little something easier, high percentage. 14 point. We were on the verge of cutting it down to 12, just getting it into single digits. If we're in single digits within 2 minutes, I still think anything's possible, but it's been so long since this has been competitive. The dudes need it. I need it. I'm just so tired of losing. Tired of being a loser. And the game's given us our only chance. It hands it to you on a platter like this. It's so obvious. Like, okay, the game's being friendly, guy. And then once the game starts making us miss those and not letting us have, you know, the door is closed. So far, so good here. Keep this run going. Anderson. Hudson. Oh. Thought he was getting some separation there. The dude stuck with him pretty well.
Angelo Lynch.
Lynch is now the guy that's getting these easy ones on the transition.
O'Neal.
12 points. Just under 7 to go. Seems reasonable if we keep this up.
Defensive foul. That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
Come down there after the guy's already shot it. I don't see where the contact was. Cheap and one. Every bucket counts, and that one's a free one. There you go.
Defensive foul.
And one there to respond would have been super. We just got to now make 2 free throws. Tread water. Keep an eye on the clock as it's, I mean, just running out of time. We've showing signs that we might be able to cut away at it and get back in it, but there's still a good cushion here.
Defensive foul. That's his first personal foul. Fourth team foul. Substitution on the court. Substitution on the court.
See, like the defensive switches. Why did it switch this all of a sudden? I'm on point. Like, I guess I'm the point guard. I should always be trying to get back up there, but it's just switching. I'm on the other guard. I'm guarding the perimeter at that time. But there's no, like, way, I don't know, for me to know that I just need to get back to my original man. Other times I'll do it. I'll get back to my original man, and then the other guy's left open. Because I switched off. And I just have not, I don't know, been able to figure out what the logic is. If it's another thing that the game, because of my defensive awareness being so low, I have no idea.
Substitution on the court.
Down 15, 6-10 remaining in the game. Last chance is really right here. Sloppy throw, but there's Cook and one. Wow. If we had not got that rebound, I was probably done for, and we still might be. But if we can make this and one and get it to 12, I think there's hope here. There's reason to believe. .12 game. Can this thing get back into single digits? And that's a block. That looked like a pretty good butcher chop. We will not complain or ask them to review it. 10 points. Come on. The tide has turned. The game has opened our door. They've made them miss a shit ton of shots. The defense coughs that, gets that one. Almost give it back. Not his shot, but why not, Carrier? The senior. Can you have a moment here? Senior moment. Oh, garbage pass. Why was I trying to go across the lane? There's another block. The defense has been stepping it up here. Have to convert something. Preppy says I can do it. Right there under the hoop. Wandy, get a turnover. All right. Yeah, the game. Ball don't lie, screwed me. And then that makes them run across the backcourt. Yo, Old Slaw, good morning. A lot of ball switching team in a short. Yeah, we like to keep the balls fresh. Swap them out. Sharing them. Let's keep emphasis on defense here. We're down 8. Definitely still in this thing. Probably more in it than we've been at any other point in this half. I think this lineup's been doing alright, but I don't want them in there. Crappy back in maybe. Yo, Venmo, what's good, King? How are you doing, man? Happy New Year to you. We are trying to win a game. I feel like this is the right time. We get people in here hanging out, and we need to get some wins before we get into the conference tourney to try to make this season worth a darn. We're also at the point where it's like, if the season's not worth a darn, let's just move on, start over next year, and start seeing, you know, signs of life. And he gets one right to the hoop. Hudson with 15. Down 6. This is a big comeback here after we really gave them a large lead. Quite the hole we dug ourselves.
That's his second personal foul. Penalty situation.
Hope you're doing well, Venmo. Good to see you in here. We will be getting into conference tournament play. So I'm going to definitely play this game and the next one. If I lose them both, I'm going to call it a night, cut my losses. But if I win both of them, I'll definitely play the conference tournament. If I win one of them, we'll see how we're all feeling. See if we're feeling like playing the end of the year. Stupid pass. Changed my mind on the shot. Indecisive. And wow, they come right at the hoop but can't get it to go. 6 points. Come on. Right on the doorstep. No respect. Leaving him wide open. Bills, though. Can he leave Lodrick Bills open?
I'm out on the floor.
And it's a 3-point game now. Let's keep this lineup in. This is what I feel like we need to have in right now. Come down the stretch here. Can we pull it off? You asked me like literally a minute ago, I would say probably not. But right now, I feel all the momentum is definitely on our side. We have been playing good D. The offense is making some buckets. But the biggest thing is that they stopped their inhuman shooting performance. Oh, too easy. They bleed the clock and then they do that right in our eye.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Bad pass, but O'Neal saves it. Lodrick, you got another one in you. A big bomb, but it doesn't go. That 3 would have been huge.
Shooting.
Running out of time. Let's bring it into one possession game if we can make them both. That felt like a little bit of luck. But he gets nothing but sweet nylon. Let's go, Holmes. Get wet, baby. Get wet. And he gets them both. Huge free throws at this point. Keeping this thing one possession. Everybody's pretty rested up still. Not sure if I want Cook in there right now. Defensive purposes. Anderson, he's got a couple block shots the last game or so. I don't know what I'm really doing here. Tinkering with it. Just gotta get a stop. Plenty of time still. Need to get some stops. Hudson harassing him on the... walking it up. Too easy, dude. You can't just let him have that. Ben O'Neal. Quick bucket. Keep this thing interesting. No. Hold on. Can we do it? I'm nervous here. I don't know. It's like it's fucking never ending here. But they keep scoring on us so easy. That's my only concern. Boinks that one off. Here we go. No one's set up for a three, though. Lodrick. Blank shit. I didn't have to go for a three. I was trying to find something quick to forced it. Holmes, that's a huge bucket. And now we'll play the free throw game. Of course he made it. Oh, damn it. That looked like it might come off. Give him the ball anytime. Oh, damn it. It was online. It was an open shot. It would have been clutch as hell. Just come up, just smoke it. But no. And there's still hope a little. Fuck. Don't turn it over. Somebody's got to hit a three. I just said don't do that. Shit. And that's why we've been losing games. Here's another example of, 30 seconds left and this thing could have went either way. Fast forward 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and it's like, all right, now we're fouling them with no chance. Like, even up to him missing that free throw, like, we had a chance, and people kept getting shots that weren't three-pointers. We need somebody to go straight to the hoop. That's not straight to the hoop. And we're going to lose because of it. We just took too long to get a shot. That sucks. But we've had so many games like this where it's like I'm just ready to go into the tournament because, one day the game turns into a 10-point blowout. Can't make free throws. One day it's, turns into a 10-point blowout at the end. The next one day, the other we could possibly come back and don't foul him. Come on.
Second personal foul. 1 plus the penalty. 2 shots.
Just add on here, make it look like we, weren't right there with a couple of chances that better not have counted. $31 points. Dude, 6 of 8 from 3. I put the setting for tight D. It didn't matter. I don't know if tight D is the same definition that I think of tight D. Definitely some loose butthole, what that was. No tight butthole there. Damn, the losses just get harder to stomach because it's like we're right there to the game was over and then we came back. I was, just already, ready to simulate it to the end and save us some time, but we come on this big run. The Winston-Salem State stopped shooting 70% for once. And you see Hudson was doing a good job. He was carrying us at times. No buckets from Olympian, 0 of 5. That hurts. Holmes had 6 assists for the small forward, power forward. Cook 14 and 7, one of his better games in a while, but he did take 13 shots to get that. Made his free throws at least. Kreppe had a bucket. Carrier played some decent defense. Doesn't have a lot of stats, but he was helpful at times. And then O'Neal missing the 5 free throws. He lost by 6, That's very easy to find at least half of those points. What is their shooting percentage? They end up being above 50%, but yeah, I mean, all their missed shots were in the second half. You see that tight spot? That hurtful. That one was hurtful. It's better to just get blown out and let it be a blowout and seal it early. Let, move on emotionally. This one, it sucked us back in. It gave us hope. It's like that girlfriend who says doesn't want anything serious, but she keeps giving you mixed signals. Like, keep trying. Maybe it will. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It won't. It won't. And that brings us to our last game. Is this a home one too? Nope. That was senior night. We lost. Fuck. Florida A&M, 13 of 13. But not too much of a difference. I mean, all these games are winnable. We should not be 3 and 25. Just can't shoot very much threes, and the defense gets gashed up by dudes like Doss. There's always one guy who's just uncontrolled. We can't rein in. And they just literally, like, one man band, they are able to do it by themselves and beat us. So I don't know. We'll cheers and chongs it, and we'll try it again here. Promised you at least these 2 games. If we win, maybe we'll go to the conference. Maybe we'll have to save that. I'm afraid if I try to play it right after this one and I'm kind of tired, we will. No, there's like guarantee we'll lose it. There's already like a 90% chance we'll lose it. What else can we do but reemerge from the smoke here and try again? Do you want to sit here for a second? Do you mind if I pause just for a second? Because I'm still kind of like sucking wind from that last game. Tight spot. You might like the shirt I'm wearing. I know you're a fan of the wrestling. You immediately know, like, this shirt has gotten me in some interesting conversations, I'll say that, but do you immediately know who the shirt is for? Now, if you're not a wrestling fan, you see me walking down the street, you're either like, murderer, Second Amendment, gun rights, gun control, or you have people like, what was happening to me was people were looking at me like, yeah, me too. Uh-huh. That's right, brother. I'm like, it's not a political thing. I don't it's not actually me saying it. It's just wearing it because one of the most out of control wrestling freaking moments. And that was, I mean, probably, I mean, it kind of ruined wrestling for the rest of my life, I guess. It kind of did, but I guess it doesn't. Now, like, when I start to rationalize it now and I think through it, it's like, but at the time, it was like everything that ECW does and everything that anybody else does after that is pointless because it's like when there's a no rules, anything goes match, it's like, I'll bring a fucking gun. Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, wrestling has nowhere to go. Like, that's, like, it was, there's nowhere, they can't, you're shooting each other. Like, but you could say, like, well, in real life now, I've never been in a fight. I've been close. There's been times where I wanted to fight, and I'm sure people wanted to fight me, but I, I guess it's still true because, like, if I got in a fight, if somebody pissed me off and it did get to that point, that I would never shoot a person. I would say, solve it like men. If you think you can, you know, whatever. So I guess there's still that element to it. It's like wrestling can still be a thing because, but then that goes back to my wrestling gimmick that I wanted to do. The conflict resolution guy. And it's like, hey man, we don't have to fight. We can just like talk through this like fucking intelligent people, right? We can figure out a way to like coexist. Like, let's give the kids examples of how we can talk and make plans and compromise. GCW tonight, hell yeah. I'm trying to think who I saw that was going to be on the card. There was some. They always have like a legend or two, but like, who was it? Scotty Too Hottie? Is that who it is? And Joey Janela, or did that already happen? Where's my knife? Did the Scotty Too Hottie Joey Janela thing happen last weekend? Last weekend was Christmas though. They do so many damn events, like it's hard for me to remember like which is which, and then I usually follow just mostly the deathmatch stuff. That's how I got into GCW. That's on Saturday, okay. I was at Tournament of Death. That was the first time I saw Mance Warner live. I became a huge fan. Had a couple beers with Mance Warner. It's unfortunate he unfollowed me on Twitter. He used to follow me. I thought we were buds. I thought we had some moments where it was like, I walked up to him and I'm like, "You like live beers?" And I was trying to say it, like him. And I don't know if he was just like, "Well, you got a speech impediment? Like that's a terrible impersonation or something." But like eventually, I was like, you know, bought a T-shirt of his that says "Fuck Meltzer," and talked with him quite a bit about the flowering frog thing from the death match because I was sitting there and I'm like, "Oh shit, dude, that's so painful when they do that." So they put it in his head, and someone came and tapped it in, and I'm like, "Holy shit! If they give him a pile driver off the top rope with that in his head, he'll be my new favorite wrestler." And that's sure enough, that's exactly what they fucking did. The next thing. And I'm like, oh my god, dude. And he's so fire on the mic. Like, the MLW thing really fucked him. I don't know exactly what the details were of that, but that's kind of made me stop watching MLW. Plus, MLW was dirty with fucking Teddy Hart. Like, I just, I'm not sure how much, uh, you know, how much I really know about what's going on there. But the Mance Warner thing pissed me off pretty good. I have just not watched wrestling, unfortunately. Like I follow it on Twitter, to see what they're booking. I follow GCW, and I haven't seen posts from Schlack either. Like I'm pretty sure I still follow Schlack. Unfortunate Marcus Crane. Rest in peace to him. I mean, it was crazy that I saw him wrestling again after what happened. And if you're not busy, come by and hang. I'll be live reacting. Hell yeah. Saturday, you said? I'm gonna at some point be doing the finale of UL Monroe. We might actually get a natty. It's not the finale. I've already told myself if I win, I'm not leaving. I keep having the sinking feeling that I'm gonna somehow fuck it up between Bama and the conference championship game or losing the natty itself. But I think our conference championship game was gonna be like South Florida or somebody because it's gonna be our old quarterback. And that's been a long time coming. It's been 5 years. Coach Dickey has not won a natty in a while, and it's like going without, romance or intimacy for a while. Like it just hurts. You got to get it. You got to find a way to fix it. We got to get that trophy back in our hands. Nonetheless, I think I've stalled. Get into this game here. Supposed to turn on the music for hype up. I forgot the hype up music. We can still do it. We can still do the hype up music. But yeah, I'll definitely try to pop in, see what's going on. I don't have any holiday plans. I'm going to do some cooking out. I'm going to cook some pork, crock pot. It's supposed to be kind of warm, so I don't know if I might start a fire if it's not raining. And maybe sit out there and smoke my brain, smoke the pork. Alright, let's see here. Get them in the golds. A game we can win here. It's a game that we can win. We just, like I said, let's do the pump up. Let's do the pump up. Let's do the pep rally. What's it going to be? Is it going to be jazz music? No, not jazz music tonight. It's the last fucking game of the regular season. And I don't know what winning feels like. It's been so long. But I do know this. If you think about these wins, like finally getting that beautiful lady to let you do things to her. If you think of it like that, we are now in a spot where we should we should still ask permission. I don't know what we should not take it for granted. I don't know what I was saying. No, yeah, I was like, if you think about it, like, we haven't won in a while, like, you know, like somebody coming back from military service who hasn't had, like, some woman attention, you know, and it's like, you can go about it two ways, but most of the time, it's people come back too aggressive trying to get it, instead of, you know, just letting it happen. I don't know what I'm saying. That's bad, right? I don't know. I'm saying attack it, I guess. And ask permission. I don't know what the fuck I was trying to say. Always ask permission. And yeah, I think we're all fully motivated now. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Put a channel point bet if you wish to participate. Hey, we actually covered the spread that last game, so if you had bet, you would have been okay. So here we go. Florida A&M. Give them some points. Anybody have an idea what they want to say? We'll give them 5. I have to win by at least 5. Alright, give you 5 minutes there. Start her up here. This is where I gotta turn the music way down again, turn it off. Hey, here we go. Last game of the year, senior night for the Florida A&M seniors, and we desperately trying to get a win, head into the conference tournament with a little steam. And the team has been there. They've been on the brink of getting wins. They've proven, you know, they can play with these teams. They can come back. All of those things. They just haven't proven the ability to get over the hump and get those big clutch buckets at the end to, I guess, you know, put the W in the column. Florida A&M got this just nice color scheme. Always like playing in this gym. Green outline. Not a huge fan of orange, but for Florida, right? Florida oranges. And it is a bit of a rivalry inside the conference, and both teams from Florida. Somebody want to move? You guys want to do a little offensive move? Beat the Rattlers. Rattle them Rattlers here. Boo the Rattlers. Bo? Is it Bo or Boo? The basket went in, but it looked angry about it. And misses that one a little too much. Bangs around and out. There we go. Rebounding is always an issue. If we can get the rebounds and limit second chance points, instantly improve our chances. We just get beat by such easy things. They all add up. You can watch them sitting there piling up till it becomes a 10-point loss. There's a nice little touch. Cook. It's a dance in.
By yourself, by yourself. Right, right. Play the ball, play the ball. I'm open. Look baseline, look baseline. Shoot it. Get the ball, get the
Come on, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. Manifested it.
Stay with him, stay with him. Spread it out.
Manifest this destiny, child. 2-point lead early.
Pick him up. Down low baseline, I'm open.
Oh, look clean to me.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Looked clean to me.
Substitution on the court.
And start trying to work through this lineup and keep people fresh. Seems to be the biggest thing is that we don't get stretches where we have to take all of our scorers out at the same time. Get caught where offense just disappears. It's happened so often. Creppy not a three-point shooter and they know it. Hudson is, but they guard him lightly. Oh, Holmes one-hander's not good. It's like high stress every time we come down there trying to get buckets. None of them are easy.
82, same side, same side. Board, get that board.
It's a rebounds dude. Eddie Parker. Becoming a trend. Lodrick. 48 minutes until New Year's in New Zealand? Hell yeah. Is there a place that you can watch like the different in every different country or each time zone? Celebrate, hell yeah. I'm good for staying up all night, being shitty during the New Year's, or during the New Year's Eve, being asleep. And then waking up right after it to come hang out, see what's going on Twitch. Sounds like a hell of a New Year, start to the year. Supposed to go to my buddies and drink bourbon and be dumb shit. Like, I'd like to do that, but I haven't got my booster. I was trying to get my COVID booster, and then I would maybe go do that, but I wasn't able to time it up. Now my eye is hurting. Shit. Literally, like, my eye just started like twitching, and they get offensive breakdown here. Watch this celebration. Wild man drinking water here. Do need to go get some kind of. I've got like beer. I've got a couple. Got a White Claw, but New Year I always like to drink a little bourbon, a little whiskey, something. I don't have anything. A couple bottles back there that got a little bit in them, but a few of them are empty ones that need replaced. Need to go buy another bottle of whatever it was. Fuck, Hudson.
Jimmy Hudson.
Jimmy. Jimmy shoot. Jimmy score.
Get him. 5 under 2. He going baseline.
You took Jimmy's livelihood. Fucking Eddie Parker's not gonna get guarded, I guess. I am not a center or a power forward, but I was like using Hudson.
I got ball. Ball.
Somebody please. Turnover. Good D, alright. Way to hustle back, O'Neal. God damn it, I didn't mean to pass that. I was trying to call play. Oh, that's about as easy as it gets, Holmes, and he missed it. It's just so easy, it seems like. I know you're going to miss some of them, but our guys seem like they miss more than they make. And one, all right.
That's his first personal foul.
All right.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court. Substitution on the court.
Spread it out.
Spread it out. You heard him, girl.
Play the ball.
Oh, nobody going to get in the passing lane? They're just going to let that? He wasn't sure if it was legal or not. Like, it's really? You're just going to... Head of steam. He's going to get called for a charge. Boo. And that's kind of how it starts. Just, you know, sweater unraveling, starting at just one thread, strand.
By yourself.
Defense is getting it done, though. Really helping us try to stay in this. It's deep ball, and I don't think Carrier's got... Oh, shit. They'd have O'Neal in at power forward. I'm so used to him being at center, I just sometimes smash LT before I even know. There we go. Let's get him in foul trouble. Get some free... We miss them, but if we get some free throws, it can't hurt. Stupid pass. Just leave it up there for him. 6 points. Starting to see the taillights fade in the distance ahead of us.
By yourself. Kick it out. Kick it. Play him strong.
Look at the guy that's guarding big boy here.
Close out.
Kyle Cook.
If they're going to do that,
Ball.
I have to go down in the paint. I'm pretty sure. I think it's a law.
Yo, kick it out.
Blocked. Cook with the D.
Get on him. Pressure him up. Let's go.
Oh, point blank. Everybody parted around him, too, to just let him have the, you know, the room to shoot it.
Foul. That's his first personal foul. Fourth
Glad that's Carrier picking that foul up.
shooting 2.
Doesn't really matter as much.
Substitution on the court. Substitution on the court.
Of course he makes that. No one gives a shit about Creppy. They just say, shoot it, we dare you. You're going to miss it. He's falling on the point guard around. Carrier, I thought, in the corner, maybe. He'd want to hit his first three-pointer of the fucking season, right? No? Good thing their offense is stuttering like ours. You want to shoot with Hudson. You feel like he's capable of doing it, and he lets you down. And he tried to steal it, but the ball goes past his arm. Defense, Anderson. Creppy. Fouls piling up here. We might get a chance at some bonus before the end of the half here. Creppy has 0 free throws bars there. Not a good sign.
Substitution on the court.
Gets them both. Big ones. Every point seems like it's so important, and we're just still in the first half. Last game of the season. Nothing really on the line for us. We just want to go in with some confidence. We want to go into the tournament. Myself wanting to know that I can actually win a game along with my players here. Coach Dickey and his boys, Ricky Dickey, have not looked prepared at times, but they have been competitive. They've not given up. Made some blowouts that were blowouts. Just ended up with dramatic finishes. I played the defense. Thankfully, made him miss the shot, but it doesn't matter. Second chance buckets. They just pop up in little places, but they end up being the difference. John Anderson playing his last game in a Bethune-Cookman uniform. He's giving us some good minutes down the road, down the stretch. This last few weeks, playing more. Stop passing around like that. You know better. Oh, Holmes just melts and gives it. And that's a fast break bucket. 2 the other way. In a hurry, too. Steals, no. Carrier's able to recover it. Hudson rotates around. Bang! A big one. Hudson connecting long range. Come on, on, Creppy. Box out. Oh, Holmes. No foul call. Thought you had a clearer lane to the hoop than that. He just... Everything comes unfurled at the same time. Mm-hmm. Down by 8 all of a sudden, just like that. It'd just be like that. Right, try to turn this thing around.
Substitution on the court. Substitution on the court.
8 points. Just under double digits. It's always just a matter of trying to survive. Never get to a point where it's like, let's get the lead and start to pile on. Never gets to that point. Nice job. SD down low. He's playing shooting guard, so there might be a few opportunities to use his size in that matchup. Come back to make it 8 points again. Just keeps going until they grow the lead. There it is. Kyle Cook having a nice game.
2 minutes remaining.
Oh, bad defense, and that's going to be Kyle Pompey getting an easy bucket. Crappy. Crappy. 10 points. There he goes. Running away. Kyle Cook. A for effort. These guys don't quit. I just wish we had more W's to show for it. Young team. A lot of these guys will be back. You know that. Come on.
Defensive foul. That's his first personal foul.
Parker's the one we need to get out. He's the rebounder. He's the guy getting all these second chance buckets. If we can somehow get him in foul trouble, it will strategically be good. Missed the free throw, damn it. Trying to work some defensive subs.
Stay with him. What you gonna do?
Pesky defense on the walking it up.
3 ice. Get him. 86 duck in.
Not bad defense, but Eddie Parker able to find his way. Oh, Kyle Cook gonna blow it before the half. 9 points. Feel like we were hanging there playing tough, and then it's just those little things. We miss a shot. That last one at the end that could have made it 7. Shooting 60%. Actually have more threes than our opponent for once. 7 turnovers. Eddie Parker. Eddie Parker. Goddamn Eddie Parker. More offensive glass. Reduced frequency of press. I know we were running press. I think I called press one time. I turned it on. I don't know if it stayed on. Wouldn't hurt us to go even deeper down our bench. No. More defensive pressure. Play 24 loose. Doing great. Glass. Go defensive pressure. Change the matchups there. Is it 24 they said to guard loose? Let's see if that's the difference, making those changes. I just don't think so. Take a look at the stats. Looking real good for us with Parker getting 12, 6 of 6 shooting. The turnovers is really the biggest thing that we have to get corrected. Or I mean, there's no way we can win continuing to do that. Hudson's got 2 threes. No, he doesn't. Got a missed free throw in there. How did he get 6? Kyle Cook with 8, having a nice game so far with no other statistics other than a block. Creppy getting more minutes with 9. I'm not sure why. Less minutes for Anderson, maybe? I don't know. We'll start the second half momentarily here. Just collect myself a little bit. How do you feel about our chances going into the tournament? Out in the first game? Or do you think we'll make it interesting at least? Right, we'll get this second half kicked off in 1 second. If you're here still, you want to cheers and chongs, this is kind of the thing. Anybody that is new, I take it for granted sometimes that people come in the raid and know me already, but we do a lot of the sports stuff. We do College Hoops 2K8 because it's the last year that was made, and so we'll play NBA 2K8 a lot as well. As we're exporting rosters, we want to try to bring our Florida Bethune-Cookman players forward and see what kind of careers they have, and then also kind of toy with history and have different draft picks go to different places than they actually did. See how all that plays out. Usually, like Kevin Love doesn't come out; he'll stay in college a little longer, and some of those things like make a different effect, right? Kind of like, what is that, the butterfly effect? But the main thing we like to do is sports simulations. We do the NCAA football. Got a hopefully a natty game coming up. We're going to do that this weekend after the college football playoff kind of sets the mood for it. I haven't played the game in a while, so I'm probably going to come back in and lose the last conference game before the conference championship. Definitely afraid of that being a reality, but what else do we do here? I just try to do IRL stuff, but it never really happens. Every once in a while I'll go out in my backyard and fuck around a little bit, but hoping that, like, I got a new job recently and I haven't had a bonus yet, so I'm not sure what to expect. If I don't get one, I'm not surprised either. I've only been there like 100 days, but they said it was like pretty much guaranteed as long as the bank was doing well and you were at least meeting expectations, you would get it. And like that might be something I could use to get a little better setup for the IRL maybe. But we will take supplements here from time to time for strength of mind and body, and we have a race car like steering wheel setup, all that I keep thinking I'm going to play and I never do. I've got a NBA 2K22 for PlayStation 4 downstairs. I haven't even put it in or opened up the package, the game box. Keep thinking I'm going to do that. We will probably do a once the NBA playoff field is set, we'll try to spend a weekend to play through all of that before and see how close our prediction comes to the real thing. But I keep saying I want to do all this stuff, and then I've got Xbox Game Pass, like 100 games there that I could be playing. But yeah, I'm playing old ass Xbox 360 game from 2007. And then the NBA 2K7 is like all I think about playing. Is just like getting Greg Oden back on the court. But lawn mowing simulators probably in the future somewhere, at some point. Every year I wrestle with the decision of whether I want to play out of the park baseball or just use one of the old versions I have. Go back in history or something. Like, doesn't really matter if you have an older version. If you go back and like try to rebuild the Reds before they actually needed to be rebuilt. But I don't know, what else do I do here? I used to do karaoke. Used to do Twitch Sings a lot. And that wasn't very entertaining. I would just sit here and listen to other people sing. That was the part that like I would do. I don't know if I would do that again. If I did it all over and spent my time doing Twitch Sings, like there were times when I would do all the singing, like, and I would just, I don't know, not really do a set list, but I'd let people pick the songs, and I would just sit here and sing for 2 hours. And then I started doing like the groups, and you'd be like in a rotation with 5 other people, and then you'd chat with them and between songs and stuff, and it's like kind of like being in a karaoke bar, and during COVID and everything. It was pretty awesome, and I like karaoke, and I ain't never probably going to karaoke again with sharing mics until I see somebody do that intelligently and safely. Like, just because even before COVID, I would always go out on a Saturday night, wake up the next day and feel like shit, and it'd be like, I didn't drink that much. I know I'm not just feeling like that because of that, but I would be feeling just like my immune system wore down and everything. So I don't know. I'd love to do karaoke again, and like I said, do the IRL, take it and stream it from the place. Some people might not like that. I can see around here some fucking rednecks trying to go fight me or take my camera. In the corner, Hudson! That's the fucking clutch shot that we need that we never get. Circle that one right there. Chance to cut it, and then instead what happens? They hit a 3 and it goes back to 10. It's just always the same, like, plot line. Gets away from us quick.
Shooting 2.
At least he doinked it there for us. But yeah, what I mean, I'm still trying to think of things that I talk about doing or want, like the wrestling. We used to do a lot of TEW booking simulator, and I've got Fire Pro, which we were going to have actually like simulate the matches, and so we would book the cards, but I wouldn't necessarily decide who goes over. I'd let the simulation decide it. Add a little drama to like the title matches and things, and we would have Fire Pro do the pay-per-views, and we still will. I got AEW, like the roster and everything. We got through what we were doing Tuesdays, TEW Tuesdays, and I just ran out of steam with it because that's actually like being creative. You know, like sitting here chatting with you all and playing the game at the same time is about as much as my brain can handle, especially if there's anything happening in chat, like reading that and being able to play the game still is just probably not good.
Jimmy Hudson.
But like playing the wrestling and trying to be intelligent and make, you know, storylines, and then you gotta type it out and you gotta press buttons and dealing with the game's interface, that is where it's like I don't have the mental energy to. It feels like work. I mean, it feels like dealing with a really complicated pivot table spreadsheet at work where you're just like, what is going on? Like, who built this? Like, what am I trying to do? Like, I don't know what's happening here. Oh, you knew he wasn't going to make that. Too many people around. It's 1.5 feet away and he can't control his body long enough. 3-pointer puts it back up to double digits. Just start to feel it slip away again. It's become like second nature. Hudson gets an open look, cans it. Nice pump fake, and then shimmies free for surgical like precision on the 3. Can he do it consistently? Can he do it some more and get us this W? Or find a sweet stroke during this conference tournament. Down 10.
Substitution on the court.
Down 10, 12 minutes, 22 remaining. Plenty of time, but also no reason to wait. No reason to keep delaying starting the comeback. I mean, I'm trying to guard him, right? Is that decent defense? Fuck. Just trying to give the ball away. If he had missed that, dude, I mean, I might have to give up. Never give up, but then also, like, be a tryhard. Like, how does he come off his man? Wooten's out there, dude. Oh, God. The fucking turnovers. There's no coming back. The offensive rebounds. 3 of them in a row. That's going to be a turnover now. Surprise. O'Neal gets blocked. He slaps it up against the backboard. They're off and running the other way. This one looking like so many others before it will. Oh, are you kidding, dude? Fuck that. The crowd just fucking took a chill pill all of a sudden. 16 points. Feels like even more. Just feels like this one got ugly and dark. It happened pretty quick. Right.
Substitution on the court.
Still time. Gotta turn it around now, though. Have to be. Have to be soon. Hudson, god damn it. Underneath the basket. I don't feel like half these guys can fucking piss in the toilet consistently, let alone get buckets.
O'Neal.
Just fingers crossed Deke West. Fingers crossed Deke West is here and we're just eating them alive on the inside with him. Modric. Oh yeah, alright.
First personal foul. First team foul.
We're sniffing. We're sniffing it again. Within sniffing range. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. A little run here. Hudson's been getting defensive turnovers. 4 assists today as well. Nice rebound. Let's go. Off the other way here. Oh, Cook, dude. How does he get blocked so much? Like, there'll be a time or two where he'll dunk all of a sudden, too. Fuck, dude. We were sniffing it. And then all of a sudden it's 11. I need, like, to keep closer watch on the scores. I don't know. Feels like they're fucking cheating me. High enough and I might be time traveling, maybe.
Substitution on the court. Substitution on the court.
So open in the corner, but they closed out on him. And I'll give him at least some credit for missing it. I won't give Holmes credit or Olympian credit for missing that, though. Just can't come back when we're doing that. There's not enough time now either, probably. Just because it takes us so many defensive stops to try and... Wow. Wow, Olympian. They worked it out there, but it takes so many defensive possessions to try to finally start to come ahead. We trade possessions more than anything. Like, I score fast, they come back and score like easy on us, and then I end up not scoring, and they keep scoring, and then fucking taillights. And the stink bug that I saw last night has returned. Oh, how they stay alive. When it starts to get a little warm, they come back out. Right, down to 8. There's a big bucket and free throw from SD. God damn it, I got hung up. I couldn't get around Larry Kelly. These 2 front court guys for him. Having their way. Oh, chance for an and one again. Chip it down to 7, maybe. Oh, fucking course. Holmes not a great free throw shooter. Defense just leaves him open. Can't make any headway. Come on, Hudson. Oh, you missed that layup. I can't win. There's no possible way that we could have walk-ons that are worse than these guys. Just just absolute beginners to the game of basketball. Like, pulling people out of the indigenous zones of fucking South America and giving them a chance to play.
Kyle Cook.
Kyle Cook's all right when he can get right by the hoop.
Timeout on the floor. Substitution on the court.
Still got time, but not much. Gotta get some stops. Gotta get the ball back here. 12 points. If they get another bucket, here's probably the official signing of the death certificate. All right, D. All right, keep us alive. Let's go. Get a bucket. Get a bucket. No big deal. Get a bucket. Get a bucket. Get a bucket. Do the thing where you go towards the bucket. Johnny Anderson. Not how you get a bucket. Right in his face, and he's able to get it off, but guess who? 5 offensive rebounds. Eddie Parker.
Defensive foul. That's his second.
Oh, man.
Team foul.
That guy's almost fouled out. That could be good. If he had another 5 minutes of this game, maybe.
Substitution on the court.
Hard doink. Very hard doink. Doinkers. A doinker's doink if I've ever. What's going on with the free throws? But that should pretty much do it. Getting 0 points out of that.
Ricky Davis.
Blocked. He didn't get the rebound. I don't understand that part of it. Like, he gets blocked, okay, but do you just stay in there and then, like, think about it?
Shooting 2. Substitution on the court. Substitution on the court. Substitution on the court.
18 points, and it's done deal. Done deal. Done deal.
O'Neal. Kyle Cook.
How am I supposed to fucking start that? Stop that. How am I supposed to stop that? All game long. All season long. Oh shit, New Year's in New Zealand. Popping off. We're celebrating with this awful ass loss. Down 18. Only expecting it to get worse before this thing concludes.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes. Eddie Parker.
We play defense and everybody's spending their time for that to just be the final result of it. What am I doing? Is Pettis a senior? Let's get Pettis in there and Hudson. Let them finish their. Anderson should be in there. Carrier's a senior. Let him be in there.
Substitution on the court. Defensive foul. That's his second personal foul. 4th team foul. Shooting 2.
Oh, god damn it. Just hurt me some more for no reason. Anderson loses it before he can shoot it, just like old times. One last time for the senior. God damn it. Trying to throw it to X. I hit the wrong. Got mixed up. Don't think we're playing the conference tournament tonight. Doesn't seem like. I don't know that we'll have any chance of winning elsewise, but no chance of winning when we're getting beat by 25 here. And they want to put one more in. One more for the senior. There you go, Jimmy. Story of your career. Statistics that don't look bad, but you really weren't a player. You really weren't clutch. The hollow points. You all got worked by Eddie Parker. And that's how the regular season ends. Wooten fucked our face in the second half. Kelly 10 and 10, just steady. Eddie Parker 8 for 10. All those offensive rebounds that turned into instant points. Bills is 4-4, shooting 9, 5 assists. Nice game for him. Hudson's last game, he has 6 assists and 2 steals. Doesn't look too bad on paper, but there were chances. There's been chances all season long where if somebody stepped up and hit a big shot, everything could have turned and everything could have been, you know, possible win instead of going the other way and getting buried by another 10 points. $12 points for Neal. Senior John Anderson has 3 turnovers in his last game. Goodbye. Yikes. Big time yikes. And I just again get beat. Sucks. Oh shit. MLK 3000. Thank you for that follow. We'll be back doing this here very soon. Like I mentioned, I'm not sure how long you've been in chat, but we are going to finish our NCAA 2014 dynasty. At least not this whole dynasty, but the season. We worked up to a national championship contender. We just have to finish conference season against Bama, conference championship game, and then a bowl game to get that dub for the Natty. So, yeah, we'll be back. I appreciate everybody hanging out, trying to find somewhere to raid out. So anybody that's playing the games we play here, NCAA, trying to send the love on to different people that I don't normally see if there's anybody playing TEW. Yeah, right. Never. There's nobody even playing Fire Pro. I thought that game was big enough that people would play it, but not very regularly. Let me see if there's some NCAA ballers there. Spot D's. I don't know them, so let's go send them a raid. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Real tight spot. Always good seeing you, brother. Appreciate you hanging out. Try to see what you're up to this weekend. Check out that GCW watch along. Who else have we talked to here today? Venmo, Old Sloth. Always good seeing you both. Killed was in here. I know she said she had to go, but anybody sees her, tell her appreciate her coming by. Always good to see her. And FG with the raid, bringing us all these sexy dudes to hang out with. Appreciate that. And always good seeing you as well if you're still here. At this point, I just know if I play again, I'm going to lose. We have the conference season, our conference tourney ahead. Fun lurking here. Hey, anytime you want, you're always welcome here, and appreciate when you're able to talk and hang out, or when you're busy multitasking. Either way, bud. But hope you have a good new year if I don't see you before then. Everybody else, same thing. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, New Zealand. We're going to go see what Spot D's is up to. Make a new friend here. Playing some revamped NCAA 14. We always love to see. He is playing his Northern Illinois, so any DeKalb locals, you might have a new friend as well. But you know I love you. Thanks so much.